Have you ever wondered what the current state of US-China relations means for the world? Let's take a brief journey back in time to understand the origins of this discord. The tension between the two nations began to escalate with China's rapid rise as a global power. This ascent, marked by economic growth and technological advancements, challenged the United States' long-held dominance on the world stage. The United States, in response, began to view China not just as a competitor, but a potential threat. Over the years, the power dynamics have been shifting, with both nations vying for influence and control in various global arenas. As these two titans wrestle for supremacy, the ripple effects are felt far and wide. Their rivalry has sparked debates on trade, defense, migration, and energy sectors. As the world's two largest economies, the US and China's relationship has a significant impact on the global stage. Let's delve into the economic battlefield, where trade wars have become a new norm. The United States and China, two of the world's economic powerhouses, have been increasingly locking horns in a tit-for-tat game of tariffs and sanctions. This escalating trade war has far-reaching consequences. These economic clashes aren't just about dollars and cents, they're about influence, power, and the future of global trade. When the United States slaps a tariff on Chinese goods, it's not just China that feels the pinch. Businesses that rely on Chinese imports, from tech giants to small manufacturers, see their costs rise. And it's not just businesses that bear the brunt. Consumers too feel the sting as prices for goods and services climb. Moreover, these trade wars ripple across the global economy. They disrupt supply chains, unsettle markets, and dampen economic growth. In a world that's more interconnected than ever, no country can escape the fallout. These economic confrontations have far-reaching impacts from businesses to consumers around the world. Beyond economics, the tension spills over into defense and geopolitics. The growing rivalry between the United States and China is not just about dollars and cents. It's also about military might and strategic supremacy. The South China Sea, a hotbed of contention, is a stark manifestation of this competition. The vast, resource-rich waters are claimed by China, but disputed by several other nations. The US, although not a claimant, has interests in ensuring freedom of navigation and the peaceful resolution of the disputes. These tensions have implications for regional security. They could potentially destabilize the region, affecting not just the involved parties, but also other countries and alliances. Nations like Japan, Australia, and members of ASEAN are drawn into the fray, either by choice or by circumstance. The geopolitical stakes are high, and the world watches as tensions rise. The South China Sea is just one theater in a global drama of power and influence. The outcome? Only time will tell. The tension also has profound effects on migration and the energy sector. As relations strain, the flow of people between the two nations becomes more controlled, more scrutinized. Immigration policies tighten, making it harder for citizens to cross borders. The exchange of intellect and labor, once fluid, now faces formidable barriers. Simultaneously, the energy sector sees a heightened competition. As the world shifts towards greener options, both the United States and China are vying for dominance in renewable energy technology. It's not just about power generation anymore. It's about leading the world in a future that's less dependent on fossil fuels, a future that's sustainable. This competition fuels innovation, but it also deepens the divide, creating an us versus them mindset in a sector that could benefit from global cooperation. The ripple effects of this tension are felt in every corner of society, from migration to energy. So, where does all this tension leave us, and what might the future hold? We've navigated through the complex labyrinth of the US-China discord, from its origins to the present day. We've seen how trade wars can shake economies and how geopolitical stakes are raised in the arena of defense. We've witnessed the impact on migration and the energy sector, painting a picture of a world in flux. Looking ahead, the future is as unpredictable as a roll of dice. The tension could continue, simmering on the back burner, influencing global politics and economies in subtle and not-so-subtle ways. Alternatively, there might be a chance for reconciliation, a redefining of relations that could bring a new era of cooperation. But there's also the possibility of escalation, a scenario we all hope to avoid. The future of US-China relations remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the outcome will shape the world in profound ways.